Hey, welcome to another match. This hand is pretty clearly awful, and this hand is pretty clearly awful, and this hand is totally fine. What do I get rid of? I think I get rid of Forest and Hangerback? Or maybe Forest and Rishkar. I think I'd probably ditch Forest and Rishkar. Scales into Hangerback and Hangerback? Yeah, that'll be fine. My opponent did mulligan, so at least we're not fighting 5 cards against 7. We are, however, fighting against red-white of some variety. Although the tapped part of that Foundry makes me think it's not actually burn. More like a Jeskai something. However, I have been known to be wrong in the past. I do think that this hand is, in fact, working out against this red deck, because red deck probably does not like a whole bunch of things that aren't really killable and grow every turn. Shock on me. I don't know if you're going to get there with 20 points of burn to the face before you get clocked out by Hangerbacks. But you know what? More power to you. Light up the stage. That would make sense. I would understand a light up the stage here. Gets a land and a Soulscar Mage. Alright. Those are things. So the Swift Spear can't really attack. Well, I mean, it just can't. Gutshot's not in the format, right? Correction. It can attack, it just dies for no value. I think I pump that. Just play a 2/2 Snake. And then save the 4/4 to pump in a second. Oh god. Starting to get tired. I've been playing Magic since like a bit after 1. But like 8 to 9 hours of Magic. Definitely makes you go loopy. Sorry, I imagine like when I post this flurry of leaks, if you watch them straight through, you'll like see the slow decline of my mental state as I get more and more tired. It should honestly be pretty amusing. I mean, depending on your definition of amusing, but you know, some people might find that kind of thing funny. Hopefully it's worth watching anyways. Yeah, I'm fine trading 1 mana for 1 mana when my My Stone Coil Serpent is not a thing I care about. Sure. Attack with the Soul Scar Mage. Like, even if he shocks it. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Sure. I think he thought that Skewer the Critics could be cast at instant speed in some scenarios, which it can't. So Great Henge gains life. Thought Seizes lose life. Shaper's Sanctuaries and Fatal Pushes look potentially interesting. Bow of Nylea gains life. Feed the Clan gains life. Evolutionary Leap not so needed. And I think I can trim on a Gear Hulk and a Rishkar and a Nissa and can maybe trim like a Ballista. An Overseer? I don't know. Maybe I have too many cards that do stuff in this matchup. Also, Nylea might be too slow, but I wanted to try it out. Just because it seems potentially useful. It can shoot small flyers, which is relevant against some decks. It can... the Great Henge. So I think I play Hangerback, because he's got to have some removal, and Hangerback's the thing that I'm most okay with dying. Goal of the game, make something that's big. If I can get a big creature, I win the game. Shock targeting me? Yeah, sure. Skewer targeting me? Okay. Take my 6 down to 8. I get to play Winding Constrictor, and I hold up the ability to make Hangerback Walker into a 3/3. And if I can ever make it into a 4/4, I can undo all the work that he has done. Although I'm still holding it back to block instead of just trying to pump it to make sure that he can't remove it. Because the most important thing, Magma Jet on that. Alright, well. Oh, that's cool. I hadn't realized that. This put on +1/+1 counters and added an extra one because the Winding Constrictor, so it died. But there were 3 counters on it, so. Don't want to attack with the Soul Scar Mages now, do you? Alright, let's just make a nice big stone coil serpent. And then if we get to untap with the stone coil serpent that large, we can go Great Henge, feed the clan, and gain 12 life. Chained to the rocks. Am I losing my serpent? I imagine so. Nope, I'm losing my snake. No! My stone coil. Disaster. I'm willing to trade those Thopters for 3 life each. So my opponent has to be running out of spells at this point. Is not ideal. Let's see if he takes the snake. Yes, he does. Is there a follow-up? So I'd like not to be dead to a shock, so I guess I'm gonna block here. And be not doing too great, but still alive. Ow. Well, the Great Hedge does look a little awkward being stranded in my hand, but I really wasn't expecting to have, like, double chain to the rocks, wear and tears, like, all of the hate. It's quite nasty. I really hope he's got no more instants and sorceries. Wow. Alright, well. That was a shitload of removal. Do I feel differently about any of this stuff? That seems bad against wear and tear. Just gain 3 life, not significant enough. Just gonna keep the big creature. Although, yeah, let's play first. It's keepable. This guy definitely came ready to fight Scales, I'll tell you that much. So the question is Overseer or Hangerback on my next turn. I think the answer is 1 Constrictor. Although maybe the answer was Hangerback. Let's see. Well, he could change to the rocks. To get rid of it. Or Lightning Strike. Eidolon. Yeah, hardened scales. I feel like not taking a whole ton of extra damage, so I'm not going to shock to play Steel Overseer when I want to hold up the Hangerback activation. I do get screwed by Chain to the Rocks, but the other stuff he's got is not too backbreaking. Also, I suppose Wear and Tear would be pretty bad for me. But I feel like he would have played that last turn. Well, I suppose he did have it. Somewhat annoying. I do want to be able to block the Eidolon, but in case he kills the Stone Coil Serpent, but I do want to start getting some damage in. That seemed like an oddly timed Boros charm to me. Like, you're actually accomplishing by doing that. Here I'm getting close enough to being ahead in the race that I'm fine just attacking with everything here and then playing a 5/5 Serpent. I'm not taking damage from the Eidolon, but he is. He's staring down lethal next turn, so... And lethal in a way that's not tremendously easy to deal with. Okay.